to shine. Yesterday, the Black Stars did shine in a five-star way as they ensure that all but Ghana has booked a place to USA, Canada, Mexico, or Canada, US, Mexico, or if you want it, Mexico, Canada, USA 2026. It's definitely bound to happen as the Black Stars yesterday defeated Central African Republic by 5 goals to nothing. This is what primarily we'll be talking about this morning. Is an international, break, and obviously the World Cup has taken center stage. It's the sports morning show right here on Sport 101. The usual culprits, the usual suspects are here with me to explore everything Black Stars this morning. If probably we have time, we'll chip in a bit of what Sir Jim Ratcliffe had said. That is, if there is time. We'll obviously give you the opportunity to get in touch with us on the show, but make sure you share the link to your friends. Make sure they are part of this show from start to finish. My name is Lucky, and we're here. This is a Sports Morning Show. Welcome back to the Sports Morning Show right here on Sport 101. Again, we are live on YouTube. If you've not subscribed to this channel yet, trust me, you're missing out on amazing sports content. And make sure you click the subscription button right now. More importantly, share the link to your friends. Tell them the guys are ready to unpack everything sports this morning. Just as I told you, it's a World Cup week, and we're here to talk about, the Black Stars of Ghana having but all secured their place to the World Cup 2026. We'll also get into the bit of the other African nations, those who have already qualified, those who are on the verge of qualifying. Some might qualify at the end of this weekend. Some probably will qualify next weekend. We'll also I'll run by you the list of teams that possibly will be making the best second place teams. So we'll put in a group to fight for one slot. We'll get into all of that right here on the show. My guys are here. Guys, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, you good?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
How's my what?
Yeah.
My
I
what?
mean, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It's been amazing. It's been solidly amazing, and I couldn't have been happier yesterday. I've been one of the firmest believers of Otto Addo, and with what he's done for Ghana, and where he stands to be in the position where he is, regards being a coach of the Black Stars. I think that Otto is peerless. If I should put it that way, Otto has been peerless. I mean, he's on the verge of doing something nobody has done regards Ghana football. And for me, I am happy that time has vindicated some of us, and the naysayers can bow their heads in shame, and then we can focus on the more weightier issues about qualifying for getting preparations ready for the World Cup and all of that.
Sammy, Kofi wants to, just lift the cap off the issues we're talking about, but tell me, how's your week been?
My week has been amazing. It's been good, very good actually. But concerning Kofi's opening statements, I was expecting it. I think it's unnecessary serenading of Otto Addo, and then he's peerless and blah blah blah. Otto Addo is peerless. What has he done?
We'll get there.
I feel that yes, he's done his job. That's what we expect him to do. That's what we expect the team to do. But the reason why we were always on the neck of Otto Addo and the Black Stars was because they were not delivering results that we expect them to deliver. when you come up against the likes of Comoros and Central African Republic and Madagascar and then these teams and Chad,
And you want us to praise you
what
for-
exactly are
for
we
qualifying.
expecting you to do?
I
So
don't
when
know.
you get a 5-0 win over Madagascar and then you get a win over even Chad, you play the draw, and then look at the noise that was generated because the Black Stars dropped points against Chad, because you're not expected to. When it matters most in the proper competitions, then we can look at how good Ottawa. When you come up against teams that are your peers, you don't go fighting against and because you win against them. You should make noise. They are respected.
Hold on. Well, I am overly surprised at the hypocrisy of Sammy. I am overly surprised. You
What has he
understand?
done?
You know, there's a cliche that goes like, you can only beat what is put in front of you.
Well, that's
Why are we putting the cart ahead of the horse?
But have we been good
Why
against
are
the
we-
teams that have been put before us?
Wait, if we're not good against the teams that have been put before us, why are we on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup? What are you saying? What are you saying?
So you think that
No,
you think that
shred off.
you need to be good enough to qualify?
Shred off that clothes of hypocrisy. Shred it off. You know, this posture is devilish, and it's anti-progressive. Give the man his flowers. At the end of the day, you were one of the people who said, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. The guy did it for the first time. Everybody thought it was a fluke. He did it in Abuja. Everybody thought it was a fluke. He did it in Sammy's almost adapted country. You understand? But against Nigeria, Super Eagles. Sammy, what's the name of that stadium again?
Look, that's why we all know. Look, I'm not saying that.
Come on.
You know, we shouldn't comment how the team is playing now. I'm saying that the results that we are seeing are expected. These are results that if they did not get, we will make a lot of noise.
But does that mean you take away how, in quote, good he is as a manager?
No, he failed to qualify the team for the AFCON.
So, but no, we are not talking about the AFCON. We are talking
it's
about
in his
the World
CV.
Cup.
He failed to qualify the team.
No, we
for
are
the
talking
AFCON.
about the World Cup.
Look, I'm a firm believer of learning. Now, I feel that Otto Addo is learning on the job. I think there are certain things that he was doing before that he's doing differently now. There are certain decisions or managerial decisions that, even including his changes and in-game management, we are seeing certain things differently. And so, yes, you have to give him credit for how well the team has been transformed. And we talked about the fact that it's supposed to be a collective effort. It's not just the coach, the management team, the FA, the players, the fans. Everybody is responsible for how well the Black Stars perform. But as a coach, I think that yes, he's been able to steady the ship, which you have to give him credit for. But when you come and then you say you have to give him his flowers, you have to do this, you have to do that, what has he accomplished?
What I want to know is,
He's not the first coach to qualify Ghana for the
is
World
our
Cup.
He's the first coach
qualification
to qualify us for a back-to-back qualification.
And what did you go and do there?
is our qualification due to the fact that we had a good manager in charge, or the qualification was just due to the fact that the teams that we came up against were that poor that we just needed to be average?
Well,
to
I
qualify?
am not going to partake.
Wait,
I am not
which
going
is
to
which?
partake- I'm
I
not
don't
going to
think
partake
it's
in
about
this
the team
conversation
being poor.
because this is a
So
skewed
it means
conversation.
it means we had a very
No,
good
I am
manager.
not going to be a partaker of this conversation. This
No,
is a
Sammy, I'm
skewed
asking-
conversation.
I think we just have quality players.
Okay,
that
so it's not
any good
because
manager
it's
should
not
be able
because
to
we
get.
had a very good
That's
manager.
the reason why he was always bashed when the team wasn't performing, because the material available to you
So
is good
the
enough.
question is very justified. He has justified it.
Do we have quality
Any good-
materials
any
more
good-
than Nigeria does?
We do.
We don't.
I've emphasized this
We-
time and
we-
time
we-
again.
I think
the Black Stars have better players,
We do not
have a
have
better
quality
team than Nigeria.
We do not have quality players more than the
No, I
Nigerian.
think that
we do.
We
Lucky,
do not.
we do. Let's analyze this.
No one
The
in the
other
Black
time
Stars
we
team
start
is fit to lace the boots of Osimhen.
Osimhen
No
is
one.
11 players.
Osimhen
is one player.
One in the Black
Lukman is
Stars.
not 11.
Exactly the point.
Lukman is not 11 player.
Osimhen, where is the Nigeria at the moment? Where are they?
So you do not just need talent. That's the point I'm
You need a
making.
good
You
manager.
do not just need talent. If you needed an assembly of just good talented players, then Nigeria has to be a shining example.
But what I'm saying,
There
no,
is
what
no
I'm saying
country
is
in
that
Africa
if you
that
take
is
out
more-
about
There's
2-3
no quality in
players,
the
there's
Super
no
Eagles.
quality in the Super Eagles team,
No.
relatively.
No,
Look, I can tell you, if you take out Calvin Bassey,
no.
maybe
No.
Alexi will be.
No.
Who else is in that Nigerian midfield?
What
Tell
quality do
me.
we have?
Tell
What
me the
quality
quality
do
in
we
that
have?
Nigerian
In that
midfield.
Nigerian, that can rival party.
Hold on.
Who else is in that Nigerian midfield that can rival party?
Hold on.
Who else is in that
No,
Nigerian
let me
midfield
tell
that
you.
can rival
I mean,
party?
What's the name of that boy who used to play in Norway and made I think he used to play
Are you asking me?
FC Copenhagen.
Who else is in that Nigerian midfield that can rival
midfielder.
party?
No, a midfielder, yeah.
Who else is in that Nigerian midfield
Nigerian
that can
midfield.
rival party?
Oh,
But
people
this
mention
guy who used to play at Leicester.
And he can rival party?
Oh, why not?
Indeed,
What is Patena?
an old
What is Patena?
He's not even playing at the highest level.
No,
of
I am
football.
saying that what is
He's talking about
what is Patena? Patena plays for whatever area.
even in Didi.
No, but they have
Even
this young
in
chap.
in
They have
that
this young
Nigerian
chap.
midfield, what are they doing?
Indeed, he will start on the bench if he was in.
Didi will not start in this Black Star.
He will not start in
So
this
Sibo
Black Stars.
plays for you. Come on. I mean,
No,
let's
Indeed will not start. Current
I'm
Didi will
saying,
start.
I am saying Sibo plays for the Black Stars.
So,
Let's not mince words.
Then he's quality, isn't he?
Sibo plays for the Black
is he
Stars.
not good enough?
He-
Elisha
Yeah.
also used to start for the Black Stars.
Is he not good enough?
Elisha also used to start for the Black Stars. If you know what I'm saying.
No, Kofi should tell us the players in that Nigerian midfield that
I
he
am
thinks are
saying
so
that
good
I am saying
Even in defense,
because the
even in
Black Stars
defense,
qualified
no.
ahead of Nigeria the last time.
who in the Nigerian central
Come on,
defense
the
is better than
Nigerian.
Jiku?
Tell me what's the name of the.
No, better than Alexander.
What's the name of the Nigerian captain?
Only
What's the name
Only
of the
Bassey.
Nigerian captain?
Rustekon plays in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
What
It
team?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They have players from the French national team.
And you know the funny thing, he barely even starts for the Super
They have
Eagles.
players from the French national team that play in the Saudi league. What are you saying? The French national team. They are players in the Kingsley Coman together with N'Golo Kante, and now they are in the French national team.
Because
They
the
play in
manager has
Saudi-
chosen to
There
call
are
them.
players in the
Because the
Portuguese.
manager has
There are
chosen to
players in the Portuguese national team who play in the Saudi. João Neves. There is that boy who used to be at Atletico Madrid and Chelsea. What's the name of that
No,
small
you
boy?
see, we know the.
So
quality,
don't tell me
we know
about the fact that
quality of
Trace,
these guys.
Trace whatever
And
it,
even
plays
Rustekon
in-
himself barely even starts for the Super Eagles. If you take out Calvin Bassey, maybe Olaina in that Nigerian backline, which I think are two solid players.
They are and for me, they are
And you look
arguably
at the
only
Nigerian
quality in
midfield
that
and you look
Nigerian
at Alex Iwobi. And then you look at the attack. Yes, they are blessed attacking wise. But you look at that the core of the Nigerian team, and that's why I told you that even the South African team that is majorly made up of the
local,
Sundowns guys and then the Orlando Pirates guys, they only have arguably two players. I think the right fullback and then Lyles, the one who plays in the Premier League.
and maybe the goalkeeper.
Yes, maybe the goalkeeper plays at Sundowns.
No, as in, are you talking about players that play in South Africa?
The South
Okay,
African national
okay.
team, Bafana.
Yeah.
These guys are a collective play, a group of players that play together in the local league. And look at what they did to Nigeria.
So are you taking away the fact that
Even with points deducted, they are still on course to qualify for
are
the
you
World
taking
Cup.
away the fact that we have a very good manager in quality enough to take us to the World Cup and perform?
No, I don't think Otto Addo is of the quality of the level of managers that he would go and meet at the World Cup. When you look at the teams that are going to the World Cup, yes, he might have some that he might be at the same level with. But unless we want to go there and make the numbers, I don't think that Otto Addo is of that quality. Now, that is not to say, I initially stated that he is learning. We are seeing improvement. And so I just don't think that we should make a lot of noise about the current result of the Black Stars. We should be excited, yes. But who have we played? We've played teams that we expect to beat. When we get to the World Cup and we come up against tougher opponents, that's when we need to see our level. So I just think that we should keep our heads down, keep working hard, let the manager keep learning on the job, and then we can build from there, not to herald him as like he won the World Cup.
We are presenting Otto Addo up against the likes of Luis de la Fuente, possibly Didier Deschamps, some of the best managers on the globe. I think the Black Stars have gone beyond just going to the World Cup. This will be about, was that our fourth time? Yeah. Fifth time. It's not like we are good. No. right now we need to go there and perform. Do you think that Otto is the guy who can pitch his tent against some of these guys, some of these top-notch managers, and make a point?
Are you happy sitting there asking me that question?
Very, very happy.
Are you not surprised at your own hypocrisy?
No.
Since when did this conversation be about we going to the World Cup and making an impact? Since when?
We see,
hold on,
the
hold
very
on,
point,
hold
the
on,
very point.
hold on,
You
hold on,
asked the question.
hold on. I'm asking a rhetoric. I didn't need your answer. Since when did this conversation be about going to the World Cup and making an impact?
Yeah.
I am absolutely scandalized
How?
by the posturing of yourself and Sami this morning.
How?
Now we are focusing on our performance at a would be performance at a World Cup. Is that the conversation we are having now?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
Samir is a very
Hold
important issue.
on.
He spoke
No,
about
hold
the
on.
credentials and
Hold
quality
on,
of the
hold on,
manager.
hold on,
Just suppose that
hold on.
the other managers you are going to
In
meet,
any case, which Ghanaian manager has performed at the World Cup?
at least Milovan Rajbach.
Is he a Ghanaian manager?
Oh, which Ghanaian manager? Do you need to be a Ghanaian
I
manager?
am asking, and I am saying that let's stop this.
We're talking about the Black Stars. Whether you are Nigerian, you are Black African, whatever you are, nobody cares.
Let's stop this pettiness.
Okay.
The point is that we have made the first step, almost made the first step. Barring any unforeseen scenario, we are going to the World Cup. So the first step is that we are at the World Cup. The coach has fulfilled the first requirements that he needs to be performing regards the context of the World Cup.
Okay.
So I think that has to be the element of focus. The World Cup discussion can come later.
Why?
Because obviously if the coach will go to the World Cup and perform, it does not behold just on his ability.
That's true.
It's a collective effort.
That's true.
It's not just about the ability of the coach. So you cannot sit there and ask me questions about whether Otto can pitch his strength against some of the best managers in the world. No, I think that question, with all due respect, is irrelevant now.
It's very, very relevant.
Very irrelevant.
You know
Because
why?
you and I know
Yeah.
that performances at the World Cup go beyond just the ability of the coach.
Can I ask you a simple question? Do you trust Germany to at least make the quarterfinals?
No, I don't trust them.
Do you trust Spain to at least make the quarterfinals?
I don't trust them.
Do you trust France to at least make the quarterfinals?
I don't trust them.
Everybody knows you're being petty. There are
I
certain.
do not trust Germany. I do not
there are
trust
certain
Germany.
teams
I do not
you
trust. I
to
do
make-
not trust
to make
Germany
at
and
least
the
the
Nigerian
quarters-
and I do not trust
You don't
Germany.
trust-
Yes, I do not
you
trust
don't
Germany.
Spain under De La Fuente?
I don't know who he is.
You don't trust Didier Deschamps with this team to at least make the quarterfinals?
No, there's a reason the French go to the World Cup and perform. It's not just about Didier Deschamps.
I'm asking you
It's
a simple
about
question.
it's about
You just-
the heritage.
just-
It's about the preparation. It's about the little details, and that is the point I am trying to make to you. That when Morocco qualified to the semi-finals of the last World Cup, it was not just about the ability of their coach. It was not just about the ability of the players. It was about the things that the Moroccan FA, together with the whole of the government machinery, did right.
Why do you think Otto failed to qualify us for the AFCON and yet he's qualified us for the World Cup? What do you think made the difference?
Well, I think that the lawyers
Because we
will
played
say
Comoros, we played Angola, we played
that's
Madagascar.
fine,
Literally
that's
the
fine,
Spain
that's
team, we
fine,
played
that's
Mali
fine.
as
The
well.
lawyers will say we always are focused on the more weightier issues. I think that if you put the AFCON here and put the World Cup here, I mean, it's about priorities. It's about pitching which is more relevant to you, and I don't think that
So are you
not
speaking
qualifying
for the manager
Can you
or for the
please
team?
allow me to land.
Okay.
I don't think that not qualifying to the AFCON is news. I mean, come on. I mean, if you don't qualify for the AFCON, what happens? I mean, I think that
Now who is
now it's about qualifying for the biggest soccer tournament in the whole of the
Why do
universe.
you think the same manager
No,
failed to
I
qualify
think
us for the AFCON, yet he qualified us for the Black Stars?
Because the preparations were different, because the circumstances were different. You understand? Because the politics around the team was different. And I am saying that we have qualified for the World Cup now, and that is the bigger priority.
Sammy, why do you think the same manager, the same players, even the teams we played against in the qualifiers, literally the same? We played Comoros, we played Angola, these same teams. Yet he failed to qualify us for the AFCON in December, but has been able to qualify us for the World Cup, albeit with a game to spare.
That's why I have always said that Otto Addo was learning on the job, and yes, there are certain circumstances that can be beyond the manager when it comes to football in general. I think that it's the same players, the same coach. There are some of the teams that are the same teams that we came up against in the AFCON qualifiers. So what happened? So it tells you that sometimes it goes beyond tactics. It's behind the scenes. It's player management. It's in-game decisions. It has to do with things from the FA preparation, as Kofi said. So there are different things that could have affected the team at the time. We knew there were issues, the captaincy issues, a lot of those things that could derail the team. So you can't 100% blame it on the manager for not qualifying. That I would agree. You can't 100% blame it on the manager. But I think that everybody is learning. The coach is learning. The players are beginning to understand certain things. You should also understand that if you look at the Black Stars team in general, how many of them have played at tournaments? How many of them have even played at the World Cup? So the previous World Cup we went to with Otto Addo, when you look at the entire team, I think it was practically only Jordan that has previously had that experience of playing at the World Cup. And so they go to the AFCON, and a lot of them are making their debut. A lot of these things are factors. That doesn't mean that, excuse me, the quality is not there. And that naivety also affects the manager. The manager himself was also inexperienced. We can't downplay the fact that the Black Stars job is his first high-profile job, or his biggest job till date. If it wasn't bigger than the Dortmund job, he wouldn't have left the Dortmund job to come take the Black Stars job. So I think that, yes, there were certain things that we had to recover from. And that's where we need to credit the team in general, the players, the coach, the FA, because I think that they've been able to steady the ship. And that's the reason why we are seeing some of these results. So the manager is learning certain things that he's improving upon. The FA are doing certain things right, putting certain things together that is making the team not be distracted by off-field issues, and then they are focusing on the field issues and then getting the result. So I think that, yes, it was just a dark patch in our football. It doesn't mean that, look, if all things being equal, the team should have qualified for the AFCON. Whether it's Otto Addo, whether it's not Otto Addo. And so I just think that he was a bit overwhelmed with a lot of the things that were happening, even behind the scenes. It can affect any manager. So that I wouldn't 100% blame it on the coach. I think in some games, the players themselves needed to be held accountable. But going forward, we've seen improvement. We are hoping that the team gets better. I think that we've been fortunate to have a run of games against these kind of teams that, obviously you are better than. Teams that you can go there, get the results, win emphatically, and then progress. And so now I hear there's been some arrangement with some international friendly matches in Asia, against Korea, against Japan. You are going to be playing against some high-profile teams, and these friendly games are very, very important preparing for the World Cup. Because when you go to the World Cup, you're not going to play against Chad. You're not going to play against Central African Republic.
So you need to play against Madagascar.
Exactly. So you need to build that momentum, and the more you win games, the more confident the team gets. And so I just feel that the Black Stars is a big brand. And look, when you talk about the World Cup and you talk about teams from the African continent, you cannot mention teams without mentioning the Black Stars.
Yeah, I think we are the go-to team
before
when
you
it
even
comes
mention
to
Nigeria, you would mention Ghana.
That's
when it comes to World Cup performances. So the World Cup has put Ghana on the map because of the performances that we've had at the World Cup. So when you go there, that's when we want to see some of these performances. The AFCON would have given us an opportunity to build on the momentum we've seen from these qualifiers, because in the AFCON, yes, you will come up against stiffer oppositions. The further you go, you come up against better oppositions. You can come up against the likes of Morocco, against Egypt, against Cameroon, against some of these quality teams, and you test yourself against them. So yes, we can be excited that the team is getting the type of results we want to get, but I think that there's still a lot of work to do. And so we don't just get carried away and then be excited that we are beating Central African Republic by 5-0, and we don't have the AFCON there. I think it's a big blow. If we had the AFCON, it would have been even a better opportunity for the Black Stars to have that bonding, to have even more games against better oppositions in preparation for the World Cup. But that is not there. So it behoves on the FA to, do due diligence and then prepare us by giving us high-profile friendly matches whenever the international break comes around. Because there's been times when we've had international breaks and the Black Stars do not even have friendly matches to play.
True.
So that's where we need to test ourselves and then see how well the team is playing under the coach. And so it's a learning curve for all of us. And I just feel that, yes, the AFCON qualifier is done and dusted. We move on. The team is playing well. Let's just hope for the best.
So yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about the Black Stars. We'll get into other African nations as well. Like I said earlier on, I'm going to do my very best to run by you the group standings team that have already booked their place in Mexico, Canada, USA. From the African perspective, the best second place teams from the African perspective or in the CAF region as well. But more importantly, I mean, if you are listening to us, if you are watching us live on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sport 101. Yes, it's as easy as that. But hey, I don't know if you know the phone I'm using. I use an iPhone. Sammy uses an iPhone. Kofi uses an iPhone. Lately, he's become a lover of Android, so he switched. He's using Android phone. But whatever brand of phone you're using, whether it's an iPhone, it's an Android, Samsung. I mean, there's one place in Takrady here. If you're outside Takrady, if you're outside Ghana, whenever you're in Takrady, let me tell you about this place, Inconim Phones. I can attest to it because that's where I got my iPhone, and since then it's been working perfectly when it comes to durability, when it comes to quality. They don't sell fake products. That I can attest to it. That I can easily attest to it. They don't sell fake products. Quality iPhones, European, American standard iPhones when it comes to Android phones. If it's the latest Samsung, Galaxy Fold 7, Galaxy X25, 26, whatever S series there is, just head to Inconim Phones. I remember when I went there, I chanced on, the Google Pixel Pro. The 10, they have the 10, they have the 9, they even have the Google Pixel Fold, the new one. That's in Inconim Phones. They are located just near Bank of Africa in Takrady Market Circle. Just call them 054-888 1388 054 888 1388 050 53 600 70 050 53 600 70. They don't just sell phones. When it comes to phones and their accessories as well, you can get them at Inconim Phones. So if you are listening to us, when you need a phone, a place to check out a phone, to buy a phone, head to Inconim Phones. Like I said, they are located at just near Bank of Africa in Takrady Market Circle. We're back. It's again the Sports Morning Show right here on Sport 101. Kofi,
Yeah.
genuinely, what do you think? I listened to, and maybe that's where we're going to premise our conversation. Jordan said, I don't know if you listened to that his press conference. He said any team that was put before us yesterday would have beaten that team. So he's trying to create the impression that they were up for it. The players just wanted it. Because the journalist asked, did you win 5 just because it was Central African Republic? He said no. If they had put Nigeria, if they had put South Africa, they had put Senegal, they would have beaten them because they were up for it. They wanted to qualify. Yesterday's performance, was it down to the boys? And what do you think went right for them yesterday?
Well, I don't know why it is that you are trying so hard to take away the
Oh, no.
credit
I mean, it will be very unfair on my part to do that.
from the coach. I don't know, but I think that You know, when this particular group of Black Stars players, they are probably not as good as the Black Stars players we have had in the past. The likes of the Michael Asians, the Sule Muntaris, the Stephen Appiers, the Lai Kinsons, and all of those other players. You understand? I mean, but I think that what this group has is a bit of tenacity about it. You understand? I say tenacity because you look at the complexion of the squad, you look at the age brackets of the squad, they are a fairly younger side. You understand? And a lot of them have their futures all ahead of them. You understand? I mean, you take away practically a few members away from the Black Stars team, and you are thinking that these are a crop of players who can play at the highest level if they so desire to, at the highest level for the next 8 to 10 years. So there's a bit of hunger about them. You understand? You look at the Black Stars team as it is now. Look, there are so many of them who, when they play to their truest potential, can play at some of the most elite football clubs in the world. Like Semenyo, like Kudus, like even what's the name of my what's the name of the
Which player are you looking for?
The guy who played on the right.
Which player is it?
The guy who, no, the guy who wore the number 7 jersey. Ishayaku. Is that the name?
Ishaku.
What's the name?
Fatao Ishaku.
What? Ishaku.
Fatao.
Yes, that's the name I was looking for. Ishaku. So you look at all of these players, you look at the potential that they have. And look, these boys are smart boys. They know that when you go to the World Cup, and then you play to the best of your abilities, the whole world will be watching. There is no better shop window than the World Cup, where every praying eye watches. You understand? So I think that it's about the determination of this squad. I watched them yesterday. I want to juxtapose yesterday's game with the game against Niger. You realize that in yesterday's game, they did not let their foot off the gas at any point in time. Even when they were a goal up, even when they went 2 goals up, even when they went 3 goals up, even when they went 4 goals up, even when they went 5 goals up, they were still hungry to do more. And I am of the strongest belief, like the captain has said, that if we play to the best of our abilities, obviously, with the technical backing that we do have, if we play to the best of our ability, we can about beat any team on the African continent.
Are you certain that, again, let's move attention from the manager to the players. You saw the players yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw Semenyo yesterday.
Yeah.
Replicating his very good form, from
Well, I
Bournemouth.
do not even think Semenyo was that good for the Black
No, I'm
Stars
talking about
yesterday.
his goal scoring form. Do you think that the materials we have with Otuado, we are good enough to take on the rest of the world?
Well, I think that what we need to do is a bit of little tweaking.
Okay.
We need to find, I still think that we need to find that number 9.
We need a striker.
Yeah, I think that we need to find that number 9. I don't know where we are going to find him from, but I still think that this squad is crying out for a proper number 9.
I feel why you should give Jan his flowers.
Which Jan?
Asamoah Jan, the only number 9 we've had
I do
in
not
the
want.
last 2
I
decades.
do not want to be derailed because I am very focused this morning.
Good morning good morning to the baby jet.
I am absolutely
top
focused. I am absolutely
striker.
focused this morning. I do not want to be derailed. You understand? I think that if you look at what it is that we have all of the complexities. We need a Samuel Etofis in this
We need a
squad.
Asamoah
You
Jan in this
understand? We
squad.
need a Samuel Etofis in this squad. If we had a Didier Drogba in this squad, if we had a Didier Drogba in
If
this
we had
squad,
a Jan in this squad,
I think that you look at the creatives in the team. Kudus, Ishayaku. I do not think that Semenyo is a number 9. I think that
No, he's
Semenyo is a
not, man.
creative player. You understand?
he could play as a 10, he could play out wide,
yes.
yeah.
So Semenyo, you look at Inaki. You understand?
even Jordan.
Yes, Jordan. And then all of the other,
Ishaku, your boy.
what's the name of the guy who plays in the USA now?
Joe Pinto.
Yes, Pinto.
Yeah.
You understand? You look at all of these creatives, and then you look at the midfield balance that we have. I think that one of the things that we need to be grateful to God for blessing us with all the time has to be that level of balance in midfield. You understand? We have experimented so many times. I think now the pendulum is set. We have found the perfect duo that seems to sit very well with everything that we want to do. Sibo, young, enterprising, very energetic, goes in for all the tackles that he wants to. And then you have the older, calmer, experienced head in Thomas Partey. You look at the goal that he took yesterday. You look at his positioning from the midfield, surged into the box, and then takes the ball on. Bang, the ball is at the back of the net. You look at all of these dynamics. You look at the defense. You look at the goalkeeper. You understand? I think that now we are having a semblance of a very balanced squad. We have experimented with all of the chips. Now we are virtually getting to the point where we get to settle on what it is that should be our first 11. And for me, that's what I'm excited about. You understand? But I think that there's enough quality with a little aggregation in the technical department. We should be able to do very well at the World Cup.
Okay, so I mean, we're still on the on the Black Stars, and obviously, like I said, we'll dovetail a little bit and get into the other African teams. We'll talk about Cameroon. They won yesterday. It's a hot battle in Cameroon's group between Cameroon and Cape Verde. Very, very, very close to call. Cameroon will be their next game is at home. Cape Verde will also be playing at home. We'll be talking about Senegal's group. It looks very, very tight as well. Nigeria's group also looks very, very tight after South Africa were docked some points there. We'll get into all of that. But let me run by you some comments in the comment section. Again, if you're not watching this show, you're missing out. Make sure you share the link. Tell your friends that we are airborne. The Sport Morning Show is live on Sport 101 on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me take this message. The Black Stars did fantastic. That's coming from Argento Studios there. Also, fans of Otuado are happy. Percy says that boa. If you're a Takrady person, you'll understand. I mean, if you're outside the Takrady, you don't get it. The whole gang they around. Otu no be coach. Share myself. I feel qualify the team. So a lot of people are saying they are still taking credit away from Otuado. Jeffrey says that Coach Otuado will win the World Cup. I mean, and we know that's a sarcastic comment because he himself adds a funny emoji. People are chewing back their words, Charlie. This one says that we better work out how we can move very far in the World Cup. Kofi says that no, we are putting the cart ahead of the horse. Let's be excited about qualifying. When we get there, I mean, we'll cross that bridge. Good morning, Sport 101. Great show as always. That's coming from Joseph Achampon there. Otuado is not the man to lead us to the World Cup. Benjamin says so. Joseph Achampon again says that good morning, baby jet. Silas Caffrey says that Atasa, Charlie, Atasa. I really want to know what that means. So Jan no be striker. Ask Kofi for me. I mean, Jan is the best striker we've had. Anybody who wants to contest that, I mean, you could chew on your own tongue. But Jan, he's the best striker we've had in God knows how long. Again, let me run by you some matches that took place on the African continent, again in the CAF region. So, Eswatini drew 2-2 with Angola. Ethiopia beat Guinea-Bissau by a goal to nil. The very controversial game was that Libya against Cape Verde game. I don't know if you saw the equalizer from Cape Verde. Libya were up by 3-1 as at the 80th minute. Then some weird howler from the Libyan goalkeeper and some weird goal ensured that Cape Verde clawed their way back. Almost everybody is saying that for some reason Libya threw that game away because the goals were crazy. But the game ended 3-3, ensuring that Cape Verde stayed on top of the group. That's the reason why people said they threw the game away. Cameroon ensured that they made that group very tough by going all the way to Mauritius to beat them by 2-0. Ghana as usual, beat Central African Republic by 5 goals to nothing. Mali defeated Chad by 2 goals to nothing. All but not. I mean, it didn't amount to anything. The shock of the group was Madagascar going all the way to Comoros to beat them by 2 goals to 1. Djibouti lost at home to Egypt by 3 goals to nothing. Sierra Leone lost at home to Burkina Faso by 1-0. Niger defeated Congo by 3 goals to 1, and Zambia defeated Tanzania by 1 goal to nothing. So let me run by you the groups from the African perspective. In Group A, Egypt have already qualified for the World Cup, having clocked 23 points. They are followed by Burkina Faso, who are in the running for second best place. They have 18 points. In Group B, this is where all the action is. Senegal top of the group with 18 points. DR Congo are second with 16 points, with just 2 matches remaining, and they'll be playing today and on Sunday. In Group C, again, 3 teams are in the reckoning. Benin sits top of the group with 14 points. South Africa coming second with 14 points. Nigeria sit third with 11 points. Let's not forget, South Africa were deducted 3 points. That's the reason why they are no longer on top of the group. In Group D, Cape Verde sit atop of the group with 20 points. They haven't qualified yet. Cameroon coming second with 18 points. These are the 2 teams battling there. Morocco have already qualified with 21 points there. That's in Group E. In Group F, Cote d'Ivoire, they haven't qualified. Also, Gabon haven't qualified. These are the 2 teams battling now. Cote d'Ivoire have 20 points. Gabon have 19 points. In Group G, already Algeria have qualified with 19 points in there. Uganda coming second with 15 points. In Group H, Tunisia have already qualified with 22 points in there. Ghana, we have already qualified mathematically, unless we lose to Comoros, by a heavy goal margin, and Madagascar score, also a heavy goal margin, which is 8+ goals. Come on, it's impossible. Anyway, with football, you cannot say. But Ghana have qualified mathematically with 22 points. So these are the second best placed teams so far per the point accumulation. And then so Gabon with 19 points with 2 games to play. Madagascar, 19 points, having played a game more. Burkina Faso, 18 points, having played a game more. Cameroon with 18 points, having played a game more. DR Congo, 16 points, having played a game less. They are in 5th. So Gabon first, Madagascar second, Burkina Faso third, Cameroon 4th, DR Congo 5th with 2 games to play. Namibia 6th with also 2 games to play, and Uganda are 7th with 2 games to play. South Africa are 8th with 2 games to play. Then Niger as 9th with 3 games to play. So they're going to pick just 4 teams, and these 4 teams will play amongst themselves. Then only 1 team would qualify. Guys, Sammy, from the African perspectives, almost all the North African teams, if all of them, yes. So Egypt are through, Morocco is through, Tunisia is through, Algeria through. All the North African teams, all but Libya, they've qualified. Which other team can you bank your hope on based on the group standing to also make it?
Well, when you look at the standings, you see the likes of in that group with South Africa, Benin. It's very tight at the moment.
Yeah,
it was all but done for South Africa, but they fielded an ineligible player, and so they lost 3 points. Now Benin are top of the group, but again, I'm looking at the lineup here. The fixture, and South Africa still look like they can qualify. They're going away to Zimbabwe tomorrow. Nigeria going away to Lesotho also tomorrow. That with the Nigerian national team, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Yes, they fared better away from home in the qualifiers, but this is a Lesotho side that took a point from Nigeria in previous games that they've played.
Yeah.
And then you have the Nigerian team on 11 points. As it stands, they are not even part of
They are not part of the 9
even
second,
the top 10,
yes,
second place
team.
team,
They are not
they're
part.
there.
Yeah.
So it looks difficult for Nigeria going away from home. South Africa against Zimbabwe looks
They are neighbors. They'll beat them.
yeah,
They'll
it looks
beat
like
them
a
for
proper
fun.
fixture on paper. but Zimbabwe are the whipping boys of that group. So I'm just looking at the standings. I think that South Africa will go to Zimbabwe, get 3 maximum points. Nigeria might go to Lesotho and also get 3 points. But Benin, I'm sure by the end of match day tomorrow, will not be top of that group. They are currently on 14 points, but they are going away to Rwanda.
It's a very
think
difficult
it
fixture.
might be a difficult fixture for them. So this group is one group that you cannot really tell who is qualifying. I think after tomorrow we'll have a fair idea. But if South Africa get the 3 maximum points tomorrow, then it's a done deal.
It's a done deal for South Africa.
Senegal, I think Senegal are also looking really, really likely to qualify. They are ahead of DR Congo
just by 2 points.
Yes. When you look at the fixtures that they have, the last 2 fixtures, they're playing South Sudan and then they go away from home. I think they are hosting Togo in the last game.
Yes,
it looks like Senegal look on course to qualify. DR Congo themselves also have difficult games to play. They're also going away to Lomé tomorrow in that fixture. So the groups are tough, but the North Africans have made it look very easy. Egypt went away from home. They got 3 points yesterday. Algeria have already qualified. Tunisia, similar. They look like they're already on course to go to the World Cup. So Morocco have already qualified. So these guys are always there. Ghana look like, I think even if the Black Stars lose the last game, they're still going to qualify for the World Cup. And so the likes of the Ivory Coast, Cameroon are second in their group. It's very dicey in that group.
Very dicey.
Very interesting group. And so you would want the best teams from the African continent to represent Africa at the World Cup. Cape Verde also on the verge of qualifying. What happened yesterday, I still don't understand.
It's not a goals, right?
I did. It doesn't happen anywhere.
The goals came in the 81st minute and 82nd minute, back to back. I mean, it's crazy. It only
wonder
happens
how
the African continent.
A back pass, is it a back pass, a header, and then it went through the legs of the goalkeeper, whichever way. Cape Verde were able to secure a point. They need just 1 more point to qualify to the World Cup.
And they'll be taking on Eswatini, which is on Monday. They'll be taking them on Monday. If they beat them, they are all but set to qualify.
They are all but set to qualify. They just need a draw in that game.
That's why I think they did everything not to lose yesterday's game. For some reason, I think that Libya threw that game away.
Well, Libya themselves, it's not like they stand any chance of qualifying. They've given a good account of themselves in this World Cup qualifiers, but I really don't think that the Libyan side stand any chance of qualifying to the World Cup. And so finally, the Ivory Coast group, another dicey group. They are on 20 points. Gabon just 1 point behind them. I think the Ivory Coast, if we look at the fixtures, they are going away to Seychelles. Gabon
Seychelles.
also going away
then
to
their final game
Gambia.
will be against Kenya at home.
Very, very interesting. A draw is not good enough. You need to pick up 3 maximum points in these games. And so I'm finding these qualifiers very, very interesting. After that, we'll get to see, the 4 best placed teams. So I just have a feeling we might find Cameroon there. Maybe if they find themselves that they might win it, because if you run by the teams that.
So let me do that again. So
well.
Gabon are on top because of their better goal average, 19 points plus 10 goals, and they've also played a game less. Madagascar coming second, having played 9 games, 19 points plus 8 goals. Burkina Faso having played a game more, which is also 9 games, 18 points plus 13 goals. Cameroon are fourth, 18 points plus 12 goals. So the top 4 teams go through.
Yes. So as it stands now, South Africa are out.
South Africa are out. DR Congo is out. Namibia is out. Uganda is out. Niger is out.
Yes.
So it's Gabon, Madagascar, Burkina Faso, and Cameroon.
Very interesting. But it's funny that South Africa might just end up qualifying for the World Cup automatically if they win their next 2 matches. But when we look at these 4 teams, Gabon, Madagascar, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, I don't think we would have them as the 4 best placed teams. There would definitely be some shake-up here. Gabon just 1 point behind Ivory Coast. They might win the group. We might have Ivory Coast in the playoffs. It's very interesting here. But as I said earlier on, I'd rather have the best teams, the teams that we know have the best players
to
represent the continent at the World Cup.
Kofi, which of the groups excite you in terms of the possibility of the teams? Some of the big guys falling off, and some of the small teams sailing through. I'm sure you've seen the groups. You've seen the team that are likely not to make it. Group F, like Sammy said, looks very interesting. Ivory Coast on top with 20 points. Gabon second with 10 points. Also, the Cape Verdean group,
19 points.
19 points. The Cape Verdean group is also very, very crucial. Cape Verde 20 points. Cameroon coming second, 18 points. Which of the groups? Or the Nigerian group?
Well, I think that Sammy has said a lot about what it is on my mind. You understand? And for me, I think that those are the flashpoints, that's flash groups that we should be paying attention on. Cape Verde done very well, very, very well.
Yeah.
I am even surprised with Gabon and how they've gone toe to toe with Ivory Coast.
Gabon is in Ivory Coast is good.
Yes, I mean, for how they've been able to fare in this group, I think they've done very, very well with that particular. So I am looking out for those three groups.
Do you think that whoever eventually ends up, guys, and if you're watching us, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Which of the African teams you think would actually aid the cause of Africa, because this time we're going to have close about 10 teams representing Africa, so we need to make the semis at least. Kofi, guys, do you think that whoever represents us, we might have the best from the African continent representing us? We already have 4 of the best from North Africa there already with Ghana.
Well, 4 of the best from North Africa, I do not think. Honestly, in the last decade, I do not think that in terms of global exposure, I do not think that the North Africans have featured prominently.
That's true.
Bar Morocco, Egypt. Yet Egypt are local champions.
They flatter to DC when they get to the biggest of stage.
They back hardest when they are home, but when they go out there, they are tiny dogs.
That's true.
You understand?
That's
so
very true.
I do not want to rate Tunisia, Algeria. They flip flop. You understand? So I would not want to take away Morocco. I do not think that. I would rather bank on the West Africans doing well. I mean, because traditionally and historically, they have been the teams that have flown the flag of Africa the highest. And so, but you look at West African football now too. You look at the teams that are performing, and you want to think that the politicking, the little things that need to be sorted out. I've said that when you want to have a perfect World Cup, it's not just about the abilities of your players. It's about having the perfect ecosystem. And Germany has showed it with the projects they ran. Morocco has showed it. Spain has showed it. You understand? So I think that the focus now has to be on the off-the-field planning. That is where I think that most of the African teams need to be looking at the focus. You understand? They need to be highlighting on the off-the-pitch planning, off-the-field planning. Look at the administrative side of the game. Look at creating a perfect ecosystem, having the right personnel on board. I mean, the good thing about now qualifying for the World Cup is that between now and the World Cup, you have the chance to buffer up what it is your technical team comprises. You understand? Yeah. Not just the technical team, but all of the other ancillary things that need to be done regards the team. So those are the things that I think that most of the African teams need to be putting a lot of attention on now. If they're able to do that, I think that we have the talent to rob. And you see, the way football is structured, it's about going on the pitch and being mentally prepared 90 minutes. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But you realize that chronologically, things that have failed African teams has to be loss in concentration. It's never been about the lack of talent. It's has been loss of concentration. It has to be about paying attention to the little things. And for me, if we are able to close that gap, like I said, going on the pitch 90 minutes. If Sevilla can beat Barcelona 4-1, why can't Algeria beat Spain? That's the point.
Anyway, that's Kofi's, I don't know why he had to take a dig at Barcelona losing to Sevilla, I think last weekend by 4 goals to 1. But I really want to know your take on the Black Stars as well as the African contingent, that look likely to represent Africa at the global showcase. It's the biggest football, even sporting event on, on earth. Then there's nothing that sporting wise that comes closer to the World Cup. It's taking place in the US, in Canada, or in Mexico. If you want it the other way around, it's taking place in Mexico, Canada, USA. But we don't know where we'll be placed in terms of our location. When they get to Mexico, fine, we still find our way and make it to the United States. But wherever we go with the Black Stars, hopefully we'll shine and shine brighter. We'll come back and head to the camp of Manchester United, because yesterday Sir Jim Ratcliffe made a statement that has caused a lot of stir and has gotten a lot of people talking. We'll get into that statement and we'll get to see if it's the right thing or the right decision the man has taken. This is the Sport Morning Show right here on Sport 101. Okay, so hey guys, welcome back. I mean, if you are not watching this show, trust me, you're missing out a lot. If you want fun, sports that is fun, this is where you need to be. I mean, watching us, and this is where you need to be listening to if you choose to listen. If you want sports that's intellectual, this is it. If you want the argument, the puns, everything, this is a sports morning show right here on Sport 101. So we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. You can catch us also on TikTok. Just follow all our handles and be updated when it comes to everything sports. I'm doing this with the usual suspects, Sammy and Kofi. But earlier on I told you about Nkonim phones. I mean, I call them the tech hub in Takrady. So if you are right here in the western region, secondly Takrady, Nkonim phones is where you need to be making your way towards. So we're talking about top brands like iPhone, Samsung, Infinix, Huawei, the best of phones. That's where you need to get them from. I told you I got my iPhone from there. Sammy likewise, Kofi likewise. Lately, Kofi has decided to switch to Android and he's enjoying the phone he got from Nkonim phones. They serve you the best of phones. I mean, there's nowhere or there's no place like Nkonim phones. You can locate them at Market Circle, just near the Bank of Africa. You don't miss it, especially if you are in Takrady. It's not a place you can miss. I think that they are around where they sell the plastic containers and all of that. So if you know Market Circle very well, you know what I'm talking about. Just before you get to Bank of Africa, right from where they sell the plastic containers, you can locate Nkonim phones. Let me get you their contact number, and you just call them. Say that, you heard from Sport 101. It's 054 888 1388, 054 888 1388, or 050 35 600 70, 050 35 600 70. Nkonim phones, I mean, they are right here in Second Takrady. Again, they are located just near the Bank of Africa at Market Circle. Guys,
well, before we go on, let me say hello to Shadrach. He is the CEO of Nkonim phones. They deal with accessories as well.
Yes, phone accessories. So
every kind of accessories,
batteries, phone covers, phone protectors. I was warned that if this attitude of mine, I should stop. I better get a phone case, or I don't like using phone case. But he showed me
You
one.
bought an expensive phone from Infinite Phones and you don't want a phone case.
I'll go to Infinite Phones for more. They have the best of prices too as well. Like I told you, even if it's Google Pixel Pro, I saw the 10 there, I saw the Fold as well. Any latest flagship phone, head to Infinite Phones as well. But Kofi, I will start this conversation with you because it's a stance you've always had in relation to Ruben Amorim. And this is what, Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe has come out to say. Amorim has not had the best of season. Ruben needs to demonstrate he is a great coach over 3 years. That's where I'll be. I will give him 3 years to prove himself. And he comes back to say, you can't run a club like United on knee-jerk reaction. To the press, who goes on and off one every week at any point in time. They want the coach out. No, you don't do that. The press, sometimes I don't understand. And I'm sure some of you do not understand. I don't know why he said that. They want overnight success. They think it's a light switch on and off. I like the comment. You can't run a club like Manchester United, again, on knee-jerk reactions to some journalists who go on and off every week. Guys, even before I address the question to Kofi, do you think that Sir Jim Ratcliffe believes that the man is, or either should or will, is going to run out his 3-year contract at Manchester United? He's giving the man 3 years. So those of you who want him out, forget it. Do you think that this is a good move? Let me know in the comment section. We are talking Manchester United. Kofi?
Yeah.
3 years. The rest should go to sleep. The man has said it. Good call.
Fantastic.
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 Well, sitting here, I am super excited.
Okay.
I am super excited because anybody who has followed this show long enough and has followed the kind of commentary we've had regards Manchester United and all of the things that have happened to Manchester United post Sir Alex Ferguson would very much know that Manchester United has not acted like a big club in recent future. The recent past, sorry. Listen, and I am happy because this is also directed to the class of 92. They are the biggest detractors of Manchester United when it comes to all of the circus in the media. They are the biggest detractors. The class of 92, all of them have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. This manager is not good enough. This manager is not good enough. This manager will go. This manager will stay. This manager has 3 weeks to stay. This manager has two games to save his job. Listen, the point is simple. And I've always drawn inferences to other clubs, probably not in the stature of Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool.
And he made reference to Arsenal. I think his first 2 seasons were terrible.
No, not just first 2 seasons.
He made reference to
he I can pull for you a documentary for Arteta at Arsenal. 3rd season. Started the season with, I think, 4 losses. I start to be corrected. The Arsenal fans were...
So he won the FA Cup, but he was 8th. 2nd season was 8th. 3rd season, and he was 5th. Then the progression started.
They wanted him out. Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool.
5 years, no trophy.
I am happy because finally somebody at the club is beginning to think and act right. That's what gets me excited. Because, look, post Alex Ferguson, we've had Van Gaal, we've had Mourinho, we've had Ragnick, we've had
serial caller.
We've had all of these managers. Nobody can hit their chest proudly or boldly and tell me that all of these managers were no good managers.
You were the very person who castigated Rashford for this same comment that, listen, all these years, we've not had a project, we've not had a manager we've backed and given time to work. You castigated him for making the same comment.
I don't know where you slept this morning, but wherever you slept this morning, I think that you slept on the wrong side of your bed.
You castigated him,
you see, for wherever
him.
you slept, you are coming at the wrong person, because I am not the kind of guy to allow you to go.
The very
round
comment you are backing, saying that we've had managers keep chopping and changing.
you know,
Project,
the-
not
you
back
know,
the manager.
the- you know,
say the same thing.
you know,
He came at Rashford saying that what does he achieve? What is it? You and Percy.
There was a certain manager for Chelsea, Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
He went into a press briefing
Yeah.
and reminded somebody that probably the person has issues to do with memory loss.
Yeah.
I think you're acting same this morning. I think they have issues with your.
The show was myself,
No,
you, Percy, and Sammy.
No, I think you have. No, I think
Yes,
you have.
thank you. You remember the show?
I
You remember the show?
I think you have issues with your memory.
Yeah. You were sitting here.
And
You later came on board.
the bishops are in the background. You understand? Maybe when we
Yeah,
are
we
done,
can put the tape.
when we are done,
can easily put the tape.
when we are done, you
Yeah.
can let Bishop Django and Prof organize prayer sessions for you, because I think you need some sort of divine
You've been
intervention.
caught with
But
your pants down.
let me not dwell on your shenanigans. Let me move on. You understand?
If you got to this pants now.
No. Because I don't know why you chose to bring in the Rashford angle.
Because
no,
you
Rashford
just said the same thing Rashford said.
no, Rashford did not say the same thing I'm saying.
Anyway.
Rashford did not say the same thing I'm saying.
Anyway.
So I'm happy. Amorim is a good manager. Amorim is an above good manager.
So what is, if he's above good manager, what is
He's an excellent manager.
Oh, please.
And all of the coaches who have come before him, majority of them are excellent managers. But Manchester United have not had the patience with them for them to fully execute their projects. And I am up, this is not just somebody talking. This is somebody, you are staying at New Techrad, you are staying at Nkotompo, you are staying at Kaswa, you are staying Faye, the manager. This is somebody who has put over £1 billion of his money into the club. So he is speaking based on what he has put into the club.
But it still doesn't change the fact
You
that
understand?
he could be wrong.
No.
Great businessmen have made terrible business decisions.
No, if you know this man and you know his history,
What makes you?
and you know
you
his
think
history with
he's not made bad business decisions.
you know,
ever in
if you
business.
know his history with sporting entities. This is a man who has not just excelled in soccer.
But what did he do with Lens?
Look, this is Nice.
Nice, sorry, what did he do with Nice?
This is a man who has a cycling team. Go and read about the Ineos cycling
I'm
team.
giving you a typical example.
You
What
understand?
happened to Nice?
Oh, what has Nice done?
Exactly.
What has Nice not done?
If you are telling us
Nice are
that
flying high in the league. They don't want to win the league. They have their priorities. You understand? But let me move on. Like I said, I do not want to be distracted because I want Sammy to come in very soon.
But you know where he's going.
I think that this is fantastic news. And for me, I am excited. I want to see the full length that Amorim goes, because I am hugely convinced that Amorim is the man to lead us to the promised
Would that
land.
not be a huge risk based on everything we've seen in the last year of his appointment, to say he should continue on this same trajectory? We might just go United might just go 3 years without winning a single trophy. United might not even be in the position to win a trophy with this manager.
Why do you say it's a huge risk?
Because in the last year, I do not think that he's done so much to turn the fortunes of this team around.
But you were quick to cite the Arteta example. In the first 2 years of Arteta at Arsenal, would you have sat there and said the same thing?
Luck happens.
No, hold on. In the first 2 years of Arteta at Arsenal, would you have sat there and said
That's
the
the
same
reason
thing?
why
In the
Arsenal
first-
in 7 years are taking pride
in
in
the
second
first
place.
3 years of Klopp at Liverpool, would you have sat there and made those disparaging comments that you're making about Amorim now? The point is simple. You are not a lotto forecaster. Neither are you a psychist. You understand? And I am saying that I know what I see in Amorim when I see him by the sideline.
So you are the sidekick.
Amorim is an excellent coach. He cares about the project. And you see, do not downgrade the size of Manchester United. That you are Manchester United manager is even a big burden. No, come on, you can be coach of Chelsea. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about Maresca.
Chelsea fires managers more than any club in the world.
The fact that they fire managers more than anybody.
Chelsea is one of the most ruthless clubs
saying that the fact that
in the world.
The fact that they fire managers
They are the most ruthless
doesn't mean
club in
everybody
the world.
cares about them.
They are the most successful
Look at the
English
rot
club in Europe in the last 2 decades.
Look at the rot happening at Chelsea now. Is anybody talking about it? Is anybody talking about
What
it?
rot are you talking about?
The world champions, they have how many points? 11 points. Is anybody talking about it? Is there supposed to be a crisis at Chelsea? But there is a crisis at
Because
Manchester
United are terrible.
Not because United are the biggest entity, by Real Madrid in the world.
So you think
that you are Manchester United manager even carries the weight of expectation, carries the burden of responsibility. And I think that, listen, I've seen the manager. I've seen what it is that he's trying to do. And I know Samir acknowledges that he has said publicly that he sees what the manager is trying to do. You understand? I am happy Radcliffe has come out to make this comment because it means that if you are going, it means that if you're going to give the manager 3 years, then you are going to give him all of the tools he needs to succeed. That is where I choose to bring my conclusion.
Sammy,
Yes.
Kofi believes that, I mean, he's always, believed that back Amorim. Radcliffe has come out to say, listen, Spurs, whoever you are, shut up. The man will run the course of his 3-year contract. He's giving him 3 years. Do you agree with this move?
First of all, I think it is more like a PR stunt.
Wow.
I don't think that Radcliffe is excited about what's going on at United. I don't think he possibly predicted that this is how the team will start the season.
With the comment he made, don't think he's excited. It looks
He's
like
not.
he's okay. I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a PR stunt.
Okay.
He's a businessman. He moves like a politician. So the thing is, it does the team a lot of good.
calms things down.
Yes, by Radcliffe coming out. Sir Jim Radcliffe coming out to make those comments, because there's been a lot of noise in the media, people expressing their comments, people in the UK, people at New Takrady, people
Ghana, wherever.
everywhere, making their comments about Amorim, and but once the person who has the power to decide whether he stays or goes comes out to make that statement and back him publicly, then it just quells all the pressure. It makes people, okay, whatever we are calling for, we are not getting
It
it.
will not happen. So let's
It eases the pressure on the manager. The players themselves, if they were losing any faith in the manager, now they know
You have no other choice.
you have no other choice than to perform under this same manager. So I think publicly it helps the team in that vein. But inside, we know that they are not happy. Amorim himself knows that the team is not doing well. But again,
But no, this is
no. But it's I think it's brilliant management that you come out and then you say these things. That doesn't mean that they don't have to work. So yes, he has 3 years. You think because he has 3 years, the United do not have plans of being somewhere in 3 years? You think United want to keep finishing the bottom half of the table for the next 3 years? No.
But based on his comment, even if United, which I think they would, the United will not be title contenders in the next 3 years. He doesn't care. United do not make the top four.
That's why-
That's what
United do
the
not-
CEO said.
Yes,
Yes, that's
based
why
on what
I'm
he
saying.
said,
That's what the
United don't
CEO
make the
said.
top four. He doesn't care, and
That
means that forget about the targets. They don't care what
That's
happens
why
in the
I'm
next 3
saying
years.
that he comes out and he makes those comments, and they are political statements. You come out and you make those statements to show that you are backing the team.
Do you believe him?
But do you think? No, I don't. But I think it does the team a lot of good for him to do that. But deep down, do you think that they actually want to finish bottom of the league bottom half of the league for the next 3 years? No.
I don't know.
United lose money when they don't play European football. They have a contract with Adidas that costs United money to pay if United are not in Europe. They lose money in different areas. Yes, the team are making money, but they are equally losing money.
True.
The team is attractive, but when United play in Europe, you have the tendency to attract certain kind of players as well. Now, I also feel that I've always been a firm believer that Amorim cannot do all he needs to do in one transfer window.
Okay.
I'm sure Sir Jim Ratcliffe understands that. And that's the reason why they are backing the manager, because he doesn't get one full transfer window and they expect him to, do some magic with the team. Yes, we expect that the team plays better than what they are doing now. I feel that I've always backed him from last season. I wanted to see how he will start the season. He hasn't been impressive. I think there are certain basic things that he could get right with the material that he has, because if United keeps playing the way they are playing, it would always be a stop start. It doesn't mean it won't get better. In the January transfer window, maybe at the end of the season, another summer window, United can bring in another 3 quality players to augment the squad to be able to play the way the coach wants to play. But between now and then, the team will continue to struggle. And it's a big risk, because if United continue playing in that manner, it affects the club. If the manager decides he wants to alter how he wants to play to accommodate the quality that he has, I think that would be brilliant. That would help the team, because the system that is being played now is actually difficult for the players. And we've analyzed that in
But he has said time and time again that
he won't change.
Forget it. I'm not changing today. I'm not changing
tomorrow. He
tomorrow.
will not change. And again, that is not to say the system will not work, but United need more transfer windows to bring in certain kind of players to fit into that system. And I'm sure that's the direction that Ineos is looking at. So eventually, it would work.
How much more time, if you think in the 3 years probably is too much, how much more time do you think that genuinely this man needs before he gets fired?
Oh no, if realistically, forget about whatever Ineos says, if Amorim keeps up with this run of form, you win one. United I can't remember the last time United won 2 games in a row. You continue like this, he will not last the 3 years. Forget about any other thing he's saying. Amorim himself has come out to say that, yes, he has come out to say that irrespective of whatever challenges they have, it is the results that matter. So for whatever you're doing, if you need to be there, you need to be competing. You need to be in and around. Nobody's asking you to win the league, but you need to be there. You don't find yourself in the bottom half of the table on in the name of rebuilding. You spend over £200 million in transfers, and then you say you want to finish 15th or 14th. No.
When you say you need to be there, relatively, which of
in
the
those
days
European
are you
places,
talking about?
United need to be in those European places.
European, you could play in Europa, you could play in the Conference
Exactly,
League,
that's
you could
what
play
I'm
in
saying.
Champions
That's
League.
what I'm saying.
Would Conference League be okay for Manchester
It's
United?
not going to be okay, but United need to be in that area. United need to be around that area, the top 6, top 7, top 8. You need to be there. As it stands now, United are 10th in the league. But United need to be in that European place. The players, yes, everybody wants to play in the Champions League, but we know that you don't expect United to jump from finishing 15th to finishing first or finishing second. It's a gradual thing. But even last season with the players that United had, that's not a team that finishes 15th. So it's a lot of work to be done. But with the quality that is at Man United at the moment, the team is supposed to be finishing in those European places.
Genuinely, before I get to Kofi, you've seen Amorim. Genuinely, you think that he's the kind of manager that United should be backing?
Well, I wouldn't have a problem with that, especially if the team or the owners back him in the transfer window. If they give him what he needs.
I asked that question because there are some managers you don't just discard because of one or bad 2 seasons. I mean, I could list a plethora of them. If because this manager has had a bad or 2, you know this manager is good enough that eventually will come good. Is he that kind of manager you back?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I just feel that, yes, he's stubborn. He has his convictions. I feel that he's not dynamic enough to adapt to different circumstances. And in the Premier League, you need to be that dynamic. You can play a different system in the Premier League. You can play a different system when you go to Europe. But he's not that manager. He plays a certain way. So he's very easy to predict. The opposing coach finds it easy to, build his tactics whenever they're coming up against Man United, because you know how they will play. You know how they will set up. You know who is playing where. But I also think that if he gets the kind of backing that he needs, if he gets... United last minute were pushing for a midfielder of a certain caliber. We all knew that United needed that.
Okay.
I sat here and I said that United will struggle this season if they don't find that solution to that midfield problem. You can get all the attackers you want to get, but you keep leaking goals. Yesterday or over the weekend was the first clean sheet United have had in a very long time. So they go away to Anfield on Sunday. We don't know what United will turn out.
They beat Liverpool.
No, they beating Liverpool at Anfield, even
know.
under Ten Hag.
Liverpool
So it's not like
But
it's
we
not
don't know
something they
what
cannot
United
do.
will turn out. We don't know. Even that game against Sunderland, how many United fans will beat their chest and say that United will win by 2-0?
I knew.
Even if United had won, they would have considered at least one goal.
Is that how bad or how unpredictable United have
That's how
become so
bad
much
it
that
is.
you are playing Sunderland? It's even so difficult to predict. Oh, we'll beat them by 2, we'll beat them by 3. Is that
Sunderland
how
have been
bad the
brilliant.
situation?
That's how bad it is, because even
Sunderland have been brilliant.
Yes, they have, and the fans are looking for something to hold on to. If not, why will United fans be singing Ayush Michael in these guys for Sene Lammens goalkeeper? Because they're excited about something that they haven't seen in a long time. A goalkeeper that can come and catch the ball mid-air.
When I just allowed.
No, but Sammy, this
It
is
tells you how
purely
bad things
mischievous.
are.
It's not mischievous because the fans, like Sammy said, they've not seen this in a long. What was the last time Onana?
And the goalkeeper comes,
But don't you realize that this is a guy who has walked in and is fixing things at Manchester United?
What was broken that he's fixing?
He's fixed the whole attack. For a long time, Manchester United fans do not want to admit, but there was a dysfunctional attack.
How many goals have the attack?
No. It's not about how many goals. It's not about how many goals. It's not about how many players have made assists. Listen, if anyone, hypothetically, takes over this Manchester United squad, they have a go-to attack that they can work with.
Okay.
You understand? I mean, look, for years, Manchester United have been dealing with a mediocre attack. Mediocre. We're talking about... Look.
No, but relatively, you cannot even compare Sesko to Lukaku. Lukaku is miles ahead of Sesko.
See, lucky. Like I said, I don't know where he slept.
So at what point did United have that? That's what I want to know. At what point did United have that?
Sesko is a better player than Lukaku ever can be.
Guys.
Oh, lucky.
Guys.
You and I are pundits. No. Lucky.
Guys, Kofi just made a ridiculous,
I am saying, let me repeat it.
Ludicrous statement by saying
let me.
Sesko is a much better striker than Lukaku.
I am no. You see, you don't listen.
What has Sesko done in his career? What has he been?
I said that Sesko is a much better player than Lukaku ever can be.
Player?
Yes.
How? Why? How?
But lucky, you and I are pundits.
No, I'm not.
You and I are supposed to be connoisseurs of the game. We do not just look at the stat sheets. We do not look at the stats part. Look. No serious team in this world will have Lukaku as their number 9. I repeat, no serious team. Name me one serious team in this world who have Lukaku as their number 9.
Sacrilegious. When he comes back from injury, he led the attack of Juventus. He led the attack of Inter Milan. He led the attack.
No.
What are you talking about? He led to the Champions League
I
final.
am saying that he is the reason why Inter Milan did not win the Champions League.
So at the time we were hailing Inter Milan as the best team in the Champions League.
Let me move on.
Was it not a striker?
Please, can you tone down with the heckling?
No,
I am saying that no serious team in this world will have Lukaku as their number 9. Permit me to speak in the local parlance.
Yes.
The number 9. Play on to control ball.
Oh, come on. That
When
is
you
an
watch
overstated fact. That is an overstated fact.
when you watch Sesko, there was a time in the game against Sunderland, he controlled a certain ball mid-air. I sat in my sofa, I got up from my sofa and clapped for him. Because the only time the only time I did that in the recent past was when Berbatov used to play for Manchester United. That was when you had strikers, control ball from mid-air, be involved in the play. You understand? When you watch Sesko move, when you watch Sesko float through defenders, it's a delight to watch.
Sesko float through defenders.
Yes. He's not just a goal scorer. He's a proper football player.
Wow.
He's a team player.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Lukaku is just Lukaku is just a bulkier, younger version of Ismailado.
Wow.
You understand? Look, the guy cannot do anything apart from putting balls in the net with his left leg.
What is the role of a striker?
Thank you.
Football is primarily defined by roles. You see, there's a reason why people are upset with Pep Guardiola. I listened to Capello and he was saying right now everybody and everybody.
Hold on.
Oh, all of a sudden, I need a ball. Everybody wants a ball playing goalkeeper. But we know that goalkeepers, nobody gives a D about whether your goalkeeper could play football with his legs or not. We had the likes of Oliver Kahn, Peter Schmeichels, the Dides, the Casillas. Nobody cared about whether they were good with their feet. Because a goalkeeper primarily will need you to make sense.
I am saying that I will not allow you this morning to change the narrative, and I'm not going to go with the flow of your shenanigans.
I am
going to do that. Your shenanigans, I'm not going to buy into them. I have my focus. I am sticking to my focus, and I am not going to be derailed by you and your shenanigans. I am happy that Samir has cast a very, very disciplined person this morning. You understand? I think the point is simple, and the point I sought to make was also simple, that the guy has come in and fixed Manchester United's attack. With Sesko, with Cunha, with Mbeumo. Look, if you're a Manchester United fan watching me right now, when was the last time you watched United have players this good in attack? When was the last time? Now the focus has to be fixing the midfield, and then fixing the defense. Hey, look, Sami can be a top analyst for a top team. When Sami sat here and talked about Baleba, I hadn't paid much attention to Baleba. But look, the fact that Manchester United were flexing around Baleba and then looking to letting him be that anchor in the midfield, it tells you of Sami's judgment. It tells you of the coach's judgment. You understand? He knows what he wants.
Bootlicking has never worked.
Which one?
You know, bootlicking has never worked.
It's not about bootlicking. It's about stating the fact as they are. You understand? So the man has fixed the attack. Allow the man to fix the midfield. And then we can sort out the defense. Look, he's gone against odds. Brought in a young goalkeeper who a lot of people have had a lot of commentary to make about. And I see, Sammy, what's his name? Lamens.
Yeah.
Lamens. I see Lamens. I am excited.
Hey, you remember? I saw it. When I see Sesko, I'm excited.
When I see Lamens, when I see Lamens, I am excited. You understand? Because, look, for a young goalkeeper, he was the best young goalkeeper in Europe last season.
Take away your bad omen from that goalkeeper, because you've had a series of bad omen getting excited about
players. No, but this is the goalkeeper who knows his onions, apparently.
Oh, so
when you're a goalkeeper, it's about Onana was more a content. You know what tells me that Onana was more a content creator than a goalkeeper.
So you know what on the other side, you know the excitement Kofi had when the thought of United starting Onana and whatever they intended to do under Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah,
You were the one who had always felt.
goalkeeper.
You were the one who had always felt that no, he had his flaws and all. I saw a video where he came out of his goal line and was directing Bruno Fernandes how to take.
No, I'm telling you that Onana was a content creator. I'm happy we have been able to. I mean, no, the manager has taken away most of the weeds from Manchester United. For so long a time, Manchester United fans had been crying about cutting the weeds away from the team. Who thought that in one window we'll be able to ship away Onana, we'll be able to ship away Højlund, we'll be able to ship away all of the weeds. You understand? There are some of them left in there. But I know that regards the judgment of the manager and based on the track record of the manager, he should be able to get away the weeds from the team and then get the team functioning very well.
Now we can't do anything. According to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's getting his 3 years. So in those 3 years, what needs to change before we can go into a league season where we say United are among the favorites, like we mentioned City, we mentioned Arsenal, we mentioned Liverpool. What needs to change within the next 3 years?
I think the team will struggle, but it all depends on what United does in the transfer window. Because obviously the coach will not change his style to suit the players that are there. We know the system that he wants to play. You need to have proper defensive midfielders, proper midfielders that know how to run, players that have legs, players that can carry the ball. United don't really have that, and Bruno is struggling in that role, especially because he's playing in a two-man midfield. So we know the challenges that are there. And so until United get somebody that would do that job that Bruno is doing and allow Bruno to play in that his preferred role going forward, I think that United will still struggle. For the back line, I also think that United would be responsible enough to bring in a quick defender. I think United are lacking pace at the back. With how the team plays, sometimes, especially when the team is behind and they're chasing the game, they push high. We saw that goal against Brentford. We've seen a couple of times United being beaten by pace. Maguire, De Ligt. Euro is the only fast player at the back. The rest are not quick enough. And so with the system that United plays, obviously United needs a player with the pace of Van de Ven. Maybe if Lisandro Martinez comes back, he is a bit quick. He can also, fit into that backline. Luke Shaw is not that quick. And so these are some of the issues that I think that the team should be looking at.
Fixing.
If United can get another decent transfer window where they pay attention to the midfield, because truth is, as it stands now, that is the only problem. The goalkeeping situation, we are still monitoring, but
Yes, we are still
the goalkeeper, yes, we are still monitoring because he's had just one game.
And he's a young
But even
goalkeeper.
that one game, the fans have had a lot of confidence in his performance. It's not about all the saves he made. It's about being vocal. We saw how vocal he was. We saw how he commanded his area. We saw how good he was with area balls. These are just basic goalkeeping skills. He did the basic things. He didn't try to force playing from the back. And so that inspires a lot of confidence. And so if United can sort out the mid-system changes, but when you look at it from a managerial point of view, you start a project and then it takes time for the people you're working with to adapt. Why do you have to change the system and then play a different system? When you get the players you're looking for, then you go back and start afresh. It's more like you're wasting time. So he will continue playing the system that he wants to play. And that's where the club needs to back him to bring in the kind of players that will suit that system. Look, if we can sit here and analyze and criticize that the team needs this, the team needs that, you think they don't know? They know. That's the reason why we can make certain predictions about players that the team should go for. The media can come and, raise rumors about certain players, and we hear that the team is flirting around those players. So they know what the challenges are. But all in all, I just feel that the players themselves, whether system, whether formation, whatever it is, the onus lies on the players to be responsible, to take accountability, to be able to go toe to toe with whoever they are coming up against. Yes, the system matters, But there are certain games where you look at how the players play, and then you can't fault the manager. If Bruno misses a 90th minute penalty or an 80-something minute penalty that could change the landscape of the game or could give United 3 points or 1 point, you don't blame the manager for that. So yes, the manager might have his flaws, but the players also need to be accountable for the results.
So I mean, the guys, have had their take on this whole Manchester United and Ruben Amorim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He's come out emphatically to say that, listen, forget about what the press is saying. He says that football is not, a power switch where you can just put it on and off, or managing a team is not like that. So he's giving the man 3 years. He'll go his, he'll run the full course of his contract 3 years. Then they could probably assess the manager. But somebody believes that, listen, it's just a PR stunt. And if things don't get to, work within the next 2 years, he'll be fine. I want to know your take. Let us know from you in the comment section. Let me head to the comment section and do these messages. Lyrics says that mathematically Ghana has not qualified yet. Lyrics again comes back to say Otuado will win the World Cup, and he thinks that I think it's a joke, and I shouldn't underestimate the team. Apostle says that he's back with fire. Silas Caffrey says that I think Team Ghana and Team South Africa will leave a mark on the tournament next year if they keep up the momentum. I don't know why people look like they do have confidence in this Ghanaian team. I don't. I think this Ghanaian team is not good. Manchester United and Kasa. Apostle Kanbag says Sir Jim Ratcliffe has set the tone for Kofi Asiedu. He said this because of Kofi Asiedu. Silas comes back to say Ratcliffe comment helps to lift the non-fast stress of Amorim. Just like Sammy said, this is just political talk. Apostle says that Kofi Asiedu is the miracle Abuaji of Sports 101. Fire. Dude can defend the devil in the courtyard of God. Okay, Apostle, thank you so much. Lyrics, Kofi, this your mouth. Amorim, Beyebia. Okay, lots of comments in there. You can also come through with your comment. Sell Bruno Fernandes to Saudi Arabia, get 1 ton. Angelo Stella and Ignacio or the coach, and he will deliver massively. That's coming from Apostle there. Kofi Stella is a good player. Nico Paz would have been the ideal request, but Nico Paz will return to Real Madrid next year. Obini player. Then you guys are wearing him jersey left, right, center, just like that. Apostle says that Lyrics, addresses Apostle by saying, forget them every time. He says that let me take this. Even if you give a prime Sergio Ramos to Amorim, they will still concede goals like a Kolanda. Semo. Guys, it's been great. Like I told you earlier on, I don't know if you're planning to change your phone, if you're planning to spec your phone, if you're planning to buy a phone for a loved one this Christmas, this holiday, the place I want to recommend for you and to you is Nkonim Phones. They are located at Takrade Market Circle, just near the Bank of Africa. At Market Circle, when you get to Market Circle, where they sell the plastic containers, plastic cups, at Market Circle, yes, you just find Nkonim Phones there. They sell the best phones you can find anywhere in the world. I talk about flagship phones. You can find them there. So the latest iPhone 17, 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max, the iPhone Air, you can get it there. The Google Pixel Pro, you can find the Pixel Fold. You can find the Samsung Z Fold 7, 5, 6. Any flagship phone you're looking for, you can find it at Nkonim Phones. Their number again is 054. So it's on the screen, so you can just see their number on the screen. Just call them and say, hey, you heard it on Sport 101. You want to come and check them out. And like I said, they are located in Takrade Market Circle, just near the Bank of Africa. They don't just sell phones, they sell phone accessories. So if you need your AirPods, Samsung ports, phone cases, phone covers, anything phone accessories, just go to Nkonim Phones and they will sort you out. And their prices are very, very, very moderate as well. So that's Nkonim Phones for you. And if you're a business entity, and if you're watching us and you want to do business with us, our doors are open and we can get you the best of deal anywhere. What we are not just giving you live mentions, we're giving you, product visibility, brand visibility, not just on whether in the air, but this globally, because it's YouTube. We are live everywhere, across the globe. This is Sports 101. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and be updated. Click on the notification button so that you can get updated on all the videos we post. This show comes off every Monday and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The best sports content you can ever have. Kofi, it's been a great show, right?
Yeah,
and what do you have for our viewers as well?
Well, I think that like we did on Monday, we've done today.
Yeah.
This is here to stay, and then they should just, like you've said, they should just subscribe to the channel. Yes, we will be pushing all of the off live content also, and so there will be a lot of content for you to watch and enjoy whilst being on Sports 101. And then like you also said, I mean, this is a call to all of the business entities out there watching us. If you want to partner us like Nkonim Phones have done, you are free to contact the people who matter at Sports 101. Let's do business together. Let's grow our brands together. And in the next foreseeable future, we should be doing a lot of great things together.
Yeah.
So thank you to all who tuned in and who have supported the show in diverse ways. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah, the call to extend the show.
Like I've said, I mean, we will try and let the show grow organically. Obviously, when it's time to extend the number of days regards the frequency of the morning show, we will. I mean, when the time is right, I think that's the dynamics will definitely unravel itself. And for me, I'm excited about what the potential of this whole show is.
Yeah. So sorry, let me put out this information as well. Lots of people want to call in. Like I said on Monday, and I've said it today too. On Monday, which is next week Monday, which is our third episode of the show, you can have access or the opportunity to call us live. So we'll get to see you on video as well. So it'll be a video call. You can just call us. Any of the topics that we'll share or we'll discuss, you can, have your take as we've been doing it as always. So on Monday, we are starting on Monday. The live calling sessions would kickstart on Monday. So don't worry, you wanted to call in on last Monday and today too as well. We want to set everything right so that when you call, we can have a beautiful interaction on the show. Sammy?
Yes. A lot of other guys have been asking us to drop quotes.
Yeah. It will come.
Yes, but again, this is where what Kofi was talking about comes in. We can't just drop quotes. So for our friends that are in the betting companies, let's hear from you. So that when we drop codes, we know which code we are dropping.
Exactly.
And when we do our predictions and everything, good morning to Apostle. He has all the links. So let's hear from them. Let's partner and let's do business. We can drop the codes and we all make money together. So but it's been brilliant and the interaction has been good. We see all the comments and the following, and also on the WhatsApp page. So we are grateful to all our friends for tuning in. We're back next Monday, and then we'll get back to club football.
Yes, so I mean, the guys have said it all. Nothing more to add, nothing more to share. Join us next Monday exactly at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's the Sports 101 Sports Morning Show. It was a great time tuning in with us. Thank you.